Hi guys, welcome to New Leaf Table. I am your very grateful host, Chef E, and today we're gonna make a Greek wild-caught salmon along with balsamic Brussels sprouts. It's all gonna be in the oven. It's super simple and your family's gonna love it. So, very first thing to get started, preheat your oven to 400 degrees and let that be heating up while we start the Brussels sprouts. The Brussels sprouts will take a little bit longer, so we'll get them done first, get them in the oven for about 35 minutes while we prep the salmon, because it'll cook super quick. So we just have about a pound of our chopped Brussels sprouts. I like these extra little leaves in here because they get crunchy and add flavor. And we have avocado oil, Primal Kitchen balsamic vinegar. This is a great hack. It makes things super tasty, and this is a really clean company. Salt and pepper, a little apple cider vinegar. That'll help with gut health. Some bacon, because who doesn't like bacon with their Brussels sprouts? And then also a little secret ingredient for my kitchen and maybe yours too. This is magic mushroom powder from Nom Nom Paleo. It's just ground up dried mushrooms, dried red pepper, and some spices, salt and pepper. Adds a lot of umami flavor to any dish that you're cooking, and her seasoning is great because there's no MSG added. So super simple. We're gonna start with some avocado oil. Just drizzle about a tablespoon all over your Brussels. And then take your balsamic, give it a good shake. And once again, a couple of tablespoons all over your Brussels. And then we'll add some more at the end. And then we'll take our apple cider vinegar, drizzle it all over. And then we'll do some salt and pepper. And you can always add a little more at the end if you need to. Best thing about cooking is it's easier to add later than to remove. And then just a few little pinches of the magic mushroom powder. A little bit goes a long way. And then I'm just gonna slice up a few pieces of this bacon. They're just folded in half. And I'm just gonna chop them right up. You could also use bacon bits if you have them. Bacon is really good for cognitive function, and it also adds a ton of flavor. And then we'll just sprinkle these on top of the Brussels. And there you have it. These are ready to go in the oven. Also, just a little tip of mine, I went ahead and put the rest of the bacon on a sheet, and I'm gonna go ahead and cook it while I'm cooking the Brussels. We don't need it for tonight's meal, but my family likes to snack on it, or you can put it in a salad this week or eat it for breakfast tomorrow. It's just a great way to go ahead and cook up that extra bacon you have. Alrighty, we'll pop these in the oven. Alrighty, now we're gonna start our salmon. It's gonna all be on one sheet pan, so it's super easy. If you haven't noticed, I use this unbleached parchment paper on all of my sheet pans. It just makes it to where it's easier to clean up, and you definitely want to use unbleached. There's just no reason to put extra chemicals in our life, right? Okay, so salmon wild caught. We have our olive oil, an array of fresh herbs that I just chopped up real quick, garlic, Dijon mustard, capers, half a red onion, a lemon, some Kalamata olives that do have the pits in them that we're just gonna throw the pits out here in just a second, and our cherry tomatoes. So I'm gonna slice everything up, and then we'll just put it all in the pan and toss it in the oven. So first of all, you just wanna slice your lemon in nice thin slices. Citrus is always a really good combination with fish, and it'll add some good vitamin C to our dish. The acid will brighten it up, and vitamin C is also really good for your skin tone. So we have our red onion. Once again, we'll just slice it really thinly. A secret hack around my house, if you're chopping a lot of onions, we actually have onion goggles that keeps us from crying. I'm just gonna toss these in the bowl over here. And next up, we will just chop our cherry tomatoes. Tomatoes have lots of vitamin C, vitamin E, vitamin A. They're also really good for helping with sugar cravings and balancing blood sugar. Okay, we got all of our tomatoes chopped. Now I'm gonna de-pit our olives. If you just peel them open, there's a pit in there if you've never had an olive pit. And it's better to buy the ones with the pit. They're usually fresher, more tasty. You can get canned ones that are already pitted for you, but it just takes a couple seconds. They're super soft and you can just pull the pits right out. So it just takes a minute. Alrighty, got our olives all pitted. Now we just need to chop our garlic. You can chop it by hand if you have a garlic chopper at home. I got this on Amazon. I really like it because I can throw however much garlic I want in this little bowl, and it has little teeth on there, but they're not sharp. And you just kind of put it on there and go back and forth a couple of times, and it roughly chops your garlic for you, so it makes it really aromatic. And just turn it back and forth, and then you have chopped garlic, and it's super easy to clean, which is really nice. Okay, now we're ready to get our salmon all plated. I like to put just a little bit of olive oil on my parchment paper, just helps with sticking. And I'm also gonna put a little salt on the skin of the fish. It just helps make that skin kind of flaky and crispy if you want to eat it. If you don't want to eat the salmon skin, it'll separate easily once the fish is cooked. And then we'll do a little salt and pepper on top of our fish. And then add the rest of our toppings. So a little bit of olive oil. You can hear our bacon cooking. We'll take our Dijon mustard, put a little bit on top of each one. And then we will take our tomatoes and our olives and just sprinkle them all around. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's all going in the oven. Just makes a pretty presentation. Sprinkle your red onion and your lemons all around. Just kind of break them up. And then we're gonna end with our garlic, our fresh herbs, a little bit more oil, and salt and pepper. So I'm just gonna put some garlic over the top, make sure and get it evenly on everything. I'm also gonna add some capers. Capers are actually picked immaturely. They're the little flower buds, and they're dried, and they're put in a saltwater brine. So they pack a lot of flavor, so you just need a few. It's a very Mediterranean ingredient. We have fresh chopped oregano, some fresh chopped rosemary. You can also use dried if that's what you have. You can also add some of these herbs to the Brussels sprouts. And then this is fresh chopped thyme. I'm gonna do a little bit more salt. You can always add a little bit at the end if you want to. Couple cracks of fresh ground pepper, and just make sure everything has a nice little coat of olive oil so it'll brown up nicely in the oven. Alrighty, we'll pop this in the oven for about 10 to 15 minutes depending on the thickness of your fish. You want to do about 10 minutes per inch of fish, and the veggies will be good, they'll cook super quick, but these were pretty thin fillets, so we'll start at 10 minutes, see how they look, and then go up from there. You want to take your salmon out when you see white bubbling up from the fish. That's when it's releasing its fat. So we'll pop it in 400 degrees, right along with the Brussels sprouts, so you can do it all in the same oven. The Brussels sprouts have about 15 more minutes to go. Perfect timing. Alrighty, it's been about 10 minutes. Let's check on our salmon. Open your oven, kind of let some of the hot air come out before you stick your face in there. Done that a few times. So let's see. Oh yeah, this looks good. So if you can kind of see the salmon starting to release its fat, that's these little white juices coming out of it. So it should be perfectly done. Alrighty, it's been about 35 minutes and we're gonna take out our Brussels sprouts. There we go. Nice and crispy. Got the bacon on top. If you want to add a little bit more balsamic dressing, you can just throw a little on top and you're ready to go. Thank you all so much for watching New Leaf Table. I'm Chef E and we hope you enjoy. To subscribe to New Leaf Table's meal plan service with weekly meals and easy delivery through your existing Amazon Fresh membership, visit our website at newleaftable.com. And also, please hit the subscribe button to our YouTube channel. They're trying to blind me. The acid from something just burned the other cut really bad and I almost yelled, but I just kept talking instead. Nice and crispy. Close the oven. Nice and crispy. Got the bacon on top. If you want to add a little bit more balsamic, I don't know where mine is. Let me redo that. I like coffee. Coffee, coffee, coffee.